Hello everybody, my name is Wayne Liang, the Aragon watch designer. In today's video, I'm super excited to introduce to you the Aragon C charger. Now, I know many of you are familiar with this collection, but for our new viewers, the C charger, we had the first generation, and now this is the second generation. But the second generation, we also have the stainless steel version, and also we have the meteorite dial version, okay? So today, this is going to be the IP gray version and come out with two new colors, okay, which is the aqua and that mantis green. And we also keep the traditional silver and the black. Now, the reason why we're coming up with the IP gray version is because the stainless steel version sold super well. And I've decided not to continue the production of the stainless steel, but bring out this IP gray. So now let's get into it and come and check out the details of the IP gray C charger. Okay, so we have a close-up here now, and I want to show you, the detail of this watch. If you know this collection, the C charger, this is the second generation, and this second generation we have two more executions. So the first time we introduced it was with the stainless steel case and the bracelet, and then the second execution was with the meteorite dial and also the Damascus, titanium Damascus bezel insert. So this is the final for this second generation of the C charger. As you can see, we added two new colors. So most of the stainless steel version, most of the dials and most of the colors are already nearly gone. So we want to bring back this C charger in the IP gray. So the brand new colors are this aqua, kind of like an aqua and teal, and then this green, I can't even describe because it's these both colors are very Jolly Rancher, very candy-like, very vibrant in real life. I mean, I'm standing in front of all these studio lights. I can see all the reflection from the pyramid texture, like a triangle. One side of the diode you can see is darker, not darker, but I can see the dial. But the other side where it's facing the spotlight, it gives out this reflection. It's almost like a prism. Does it make any sense? So let me show you a close-up. And they're really vibrant in real life. It's taking this pyramid texture with metallic painting. Right? You can see that. So the case, we have two sizes. Okay, I'm holding the 50 millimeter and the one below right here, they're 44. And the thickness, if you look at this, okay, for example, from the case back to the top of the bezel is about 15 millimeter in thickness. But if you be able to see this through the camera, okay, so from the case back to the top of the crystal is actually something like 14.85, because what we've done is a reverse bezel, so it's actually concave in, which is really cool. And then it gives you another dimension where it's a deep dish dial, so you can see the chapter ring and all the hour index being cut out. So it gives you that very three-dimensional look. Not only that, so you can also see how, let me put this in here, because if you can see this, you see how the crown, okay, this lume area is following the details of the bezel, is concave in, and it's filled up with green lume, glows green. Same thing with the bezel, right? And then at the same time, you can see the hour index and the hands are being done with white lume, which is very cool. Can you see this? All right, so now put this down. So this, the green, it's like a mantis green, doesn't it? So you can see the bezel is using the green lume, and also the hour index and the hands are in white lume, glows green, which is very cool. Now, besides the case size and the thickness, the bracelet, if you've seen the first generation. It is converting from, the design is design inspiration from a motorcycle chain. And this one here is slightly different than the first generation. But however, you know what we've done is that to size this bracelet, there are two ways to do it. So if you want to get our customized Aragon Allen screwdriver, you can get two of them. So one on each side, you can just turn counterclockwise, which I'm going to demonstrate later how to size the bracelet. Or you can also use, because these screws here are all functional, what you can do is you can use a plier and turn them counterclockwise. Or you just get one and then have the plier hold one side, and then while you're turning, using the Allen screwdriver to turn the other side. To avoid getting scratches, right? If you decide to use a plier, you can use a piece of tape and tape over the bracelet so it won't get scratch or damage to the bracelet. So very, very cool. And also I want to show you the clasp, right? It's a 4-button with a glide lock. Okay, so you can see that. The movement is also decorated. The rotor, I should say. The rotor is decorated with the Aragon blue rotor. Okay, water resistance is 200 meters or 660 feet. These are the brand new two colors, the aqua and the mantis green. However, if you look at the silver and the black, we always like to keep some traditional classic colors. But like the silver, right? If you like the silver, there's something different as compared to the others is the hour index and the hands are done in blue. So let me try to get a closer look. The dial texture is magnificent. Yeah. Anyway, so, and then the last and final, which is the black. Look at this angle right here. Without any reflection, you can just see the pure of the texture. Can you imagine seeing this in person? It's even more vibrant. And I really like how, the IP gray with the green lume, it gives a lot of contrast. That's what I like about this. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate how to size the bracelet very quickly, just for example, like this, right? So assume you have your own Allen wrench. You can get them in hardware store or you can buy it on our website. Let me try to do this. I'm standing up, so I'm not doing it as good job as if I'm sitting down. So I'm just turning counterclockwise. It's a little bit tight in the beginning because they are all sealed with the blue Loctite, okay? And I do it, recommend to check your screws periodically just for safety. So that's my suggestion. But if you size it correctly, it should be fine. So that's how it's been done. So you just insert with one side and then insert the other. So to make it easier, sorry about that. Okay, just tighten it with your fingers first. Right, you can see that. Right, and then you just do it. And then do not overturn it because remember, these are all stainless steel. But you saw not the bar, but the screw is very, very thin. And I would just turn it until it doesn't move anymore. I would not overturn it because if you overturn it, you might take the chance to break the screw inside the metal stainless steel bar. So anyway, I hope you like this combination right here, the IP gray with the new dial colors. It's such a great design in my opinion. It's very unique, but at the same time, it gives you that traditional look, like the turning bezel. Not sure if I were able to show you how the bezel is through the camera. You see how it's angular, right? So even though it appears to be round, and then if you see the outside skirt of the bezel, it's taken into 12 corners. And then underneath the corners or the side of the bezel is actually these giant teeth sticking out for gripping. 120 teeth rotating bezel. And the watch is really well made. If you look at the chapter ring, I just didn't mention this earlier. If you look at the chapter ring, it's micro imprint in minute. And then in between the minute is also this micro imprint of this micro lines where it breaks down into more and more of the, within each minute. It's very, very cool. So I hope you like this watch, and I like it a lot. And I'm going to demonstrate, I already demonstrate how to size the bracelet, but I want to show you what it looks like on my wrist. Let me put on my glove first. All right, so, okay, this is a 44 millimeter. Let me make a correction. And I like it on me because I have a smaller wrist. But if you look at the 50, I think it's a little bit larger than my wrist. I think the 44 will fit me really well. But if you have a larger wrist, definitely go for the larger case size. So it is a great design. If for a lot of the collectors, if you have more than one watch, or you have 10 or 20, you always want to maybe, that's my opinion, have something unique, something different. So I think this one definitely has that sporty look, and at the same time, what it makes it look different is the bracelet. So now another thought is, if you like the watch case, but you want to have another look, maybe you can adjust it and remove the bracelet and put a leather strap or a silicone strap or a NATO. It will completely transform the look of this watch. And I love the clasp, the whole combination of the entire watch. The weight is pretty weighty. It's quite solid. It builds really, really well. All right, this is the 50 millimeter. So, all right, thank you very much. I hope you guys stay for another 5 to 10 minutes to look at the lume shot. Even just standing in front of the spotlight, I can see the hands and all the lume are glowing. It's just right here. I'm not so sure if you can see it in the monitor, but I can see how the white lume is turning the hands into green. It's really interesting. All right, guys, so I will see you very, very soon with another new Aragon design.